Oh, hey VK! So glad that you've joined us online today. We're starting a new series today called Shout, learning about what it means to praise God. But first, I'd like to take a minute to give a shout out to a few things. 1. Trees. So fun to climb. Some even give me sweet, crispy apples. Yum. I also want to shout out bugs, the cool ones, like fireflies that glow in the dark, and birds for eating up all the scary bugs that might try to bite me or even make me itch. Thanks, birds. Also, can't forget about the rain and the clouds. Thanks for cooling us down. So, where did all these amazing things come from? Let's watch these videos to see what the Bible has to say about it.
A love that I can never deserve, but you give it anyway. You took all of the things of my past and you turned it into praise. The things I should have done and the things I should have said, they're playing on a repeat inside of my head. They try to hold me back, but you've given us a brand new day. Come on! It's all I wanna do is praise Jesus. All I wanna do is praise Jesus. It's all I wanna do is praise Jesus. Oh, I'm gonna praise you now. Even though I lost my way, I can finally see that if I give you all that I am, I'll be finally free. The things I should have done and the things I should have said are playing on a repeat, shine in my head. They try to hold me back, but you've given us a brand new day.
Hey Victory Kids, Pastor Sarah here, and it's time to go over our memory verse. This month, our verse is found in the book of Psalms, chapter 98, verse 4, and it says this: "Shout joyfully to the Lord, sing for joy and sing praises." Now, I want you to watch carefully as I teach you the motions. They go like this: shout joyfully, take your hands and put them around your mouth. To the Lord, point up, we're talking about God. Sing for joy, put your hands on your heart, and sing praises. Lift your hands up in the air. Psalm 98:4. Open your hands just like you're opening up a Bible. Pretty easy, right? Now, this time, I want you to join in and do it with me. Are you ready?
Yeah! Shout joyfully to the Lord. Sing for joy and sing praises.
Psalms 98:4. Come on, guys. You ready? Let's go.
Alaba al Señor con alegría. Canta por gozo. Canta alabanzas. Salmos 98:4. Bye.
God's story, creation. So part of God's story is about when he created the world. And it begins like this. Before the beginning of time, there was nothing. Nothing at all. No earth, no light, just emptiness. It was like the inside of a basketball, or a cup after you drink all the milk out of it. But God was there, and he had an idea. He wanted to fill up the emptiness. And guess what? Since he's God, he can make things appear just by speaking. It's like if you could say, "Let there be a roller coaster," and then any kind of roller coaster you wanted just appeared. So, in the middle of nothing, God said, "Let there be light," and the darkness was filled with light. Now, we know what light is, but remember, it had never existed before. Everything God made was brand new. So it was probably like when you're asleep and someone comes in the room and flips on the lights. Except there were no people yet. God was creating a world for them first. Anyway, light was the first thing God made. He called the light day and the dark night. He made a huge space above water and called it sky. Then he gathered all the water, separated it from dry ground, and called it sea. He called the dry ground land. God called it all good. He thought what he had made was pretty sweet. But he wasn't done yet. All that land was still bare. So God made plants. Oak trees, palm trees, evergreen trees, grass, roses, sunflowers, and every other type of tree, bush, flower, or plant, including the ones we eat, like broccoli and Brussels sprouts. Then God looked at all the plants and called them good. Kids, that includes vegetables. After plants, God created the sun to shine all day and the moon to shine at night. He sprinkled twinkling balls of light in the sky and called them stars. And guess what? He called that stuff good too. Next, God filled the water with fish and whales and sharks and squid and every other sea creature. He filled the sky with flapping, chirping, squawking birds. And what do you think he called the fish and birds? Yep, good. Even though sometimes birds poop on our heads. Now there were fish and birds, but still nothing but plants on land. So God said, "Let there be animals." And animals of all kinds came crawling, scurrying, snorting, stomping, and racing across the dry ground. And just like everything else, God called the animals good. God was almost done, but he had one more thing to create that he had imagined from the very beginning when the earth was still empty. People. And he was going to love this creation more than anything else. See, the land and sky and animals and plants were beautiful, but none of them are as precious to God as we are. So finally, God created Adam. But God soon saw that Adam needed one more thing, a family. So God created Eve. And God's plan was for the two of them to have babies and live in this perfect world forever. No hunger, no sickness, no sadness, no loneliness, no dying. God took care of their every need like a loving father. It was perfect. God loved all his creation. Remember, he had called it all good. But when he looked at Adam and Eve and felt such a strong love for them, he called everything he had made very good. Then he rested to enjoy his perfect world. And that's the story of creation. So in case you missed it, here's the quick version. The earth was empty. God made light and dark. God made the sky and seas. God made plants and fish. God made birds and animals. He said all this stuff was good. Then he made Adam. Adam needed a family. So God made Eve. God called everything very good. Then God rested. And that's a part of God's story.
So today we learned that God created the earth, the sun, the moon, the stars, the water, every single blade of grass, the animals, all of them. Everything that you see around you, God created. As we start off our Shout series, we wanted to begin with praising God because he made all things. The Bible calls him the creator. He made the world and all that is in it for us to enjoy. Isn't that cool? That's how much God cares about us. God is such a creative God with a huge imagination. When we take care of it and enjoy all the things that He has given us, that's a way of praising Him for making all things. Maybe the next time you see the sky full of so many bright and beautiful colors, tell Him thank you for being our Creator. And just take a moment to look at it and enjoy it. Thank Him for making you. Thanks for watching, friends. See you next week.